Hello guys, good evening. This is Dr. Barath Kumar from Velamal Medical College. I am from 2018 batch, completed my internship on 2024 and attended NEET PG 2024 and got all India rank of 6947, followed by November INICET I got 1357 and on May INICET I got AAR 624 and now in the NEET PG August 2025 I got AAR 9. So in this video I will tell my strategies and preparation which will be useful for interns and post-interns who are preparing for NEET and INICET. At least it may give you an idea or a spark in your NEET journey. So this is not a promotional video. I will share my journey and strategy. So we will discuss the journey in 11 headings. Let's get started.
Okay, now coming to the source of preparation. These are some of the common source of preparation. You can choose anything, but it should be in such a way that for one subject, just choose one source of preparation and follow their main rules and follow their main rules. Okay, what I preferred is for most of my subject, I chose ADR classes as my source of preparation. The only thing is because it has the live classes, and which will have if it starts on 8 a.m., it will be up to 7 p.m. So there will be 11 to 12 hours for a day, and in their schedule, it shows that all the subjects are completed in 6 months, so that we can do our revision later. And another advantage is that over this 11 to 12 hours, there will be MCQ session at the end of the class and the beginning and before the beginning of the next class. In that itself, will cover 20 and 20, so 40 MCQs. And also, let me speak about MCQs later. And also, it gives a real-time awareness and a check from the surrounding peers. So all our surrounding people will study, and it will also give us a motivation to study. And this live class is possible for me because I can complete the portion in 6 months. Whereas in an online pre-recorded video, like for example Marrow or any other platform, it will be like approximately 800 hours will be there, including all the main videos for 19 subjects, and it requires immense concentration without any breaks or distractions, which is not practically possible for me. Okay, now coming to the second heading, which is consistency, and it is greater than intensity. This is what my friend Dinesh Karthi used to say on our first class itself. And what he meant is, for example, let's consider anatomy. In anatomy, the schedule is like it should be completed in 4 days, the main notes and the class. And on day one, there is embryology and neuroanatomy. On day two, head and neck and upper limb. Day three, lower limb and abdomen. Day four, thorax and histology. Okay, whatever the topic taken on a particular day, you have to study it on the same day. Let's see, three friends here. Like friend one, he didn't study for 3 days, and on the fourth day he rushed through all the topics on a single day, and then he stopped, and eventually he forgot. And let's see friend two, he went to the movie on day one, and another movie for day two, day three, and so he never started actually. And coming to friend three, he done embryology and anatomy the first day. He completed the portion whatever took in the class on day one, and day two he couldn't complete the upper limb, which he included it on day three, and on day four he completed whatever took up to day three. So he couldn't complete it on 4 days, but on the fifth day he completed. So he took an extra day, but he never stopped his reading. So eventually he completed the portion and remembered. See, for example, look at the timetable provided by them. Like there is a break day in the middle, and this is how the timetable should be, so that we whenever we plan a thing, we cannot complete it on a particular time, so there has to be a reserve day. So the PDF Lectures platform gave this timetable, so it's possible, it's practically possible. Okay, now I'm going to the next heading, which is MCQ solving. MCQ solving, it has to be done daily, and the platform which I followed is the Marrow and the ADR Lectures daily leaderboard, which I said earlier. So in the beginning, I solved like some 40 from the ADF daily leaderboard, and the PYQ modules, which is the custom modules, which hashtag with the hashtag of PYQs. That is what I done in the Marrow. Whichever topic took on the particular day, the particular topic I chose, and also the custom module I created, not the one, not the preset module which is there in the Marrow app. I chose the custom module and gave the hashtag of recent names, and it will be on an average of 50 MCQs. So daily I started like from 90 to 100 MCQs, and it gradually improved up to 200 to 250 MCQs by solving the main modules in the Marrow of those topics which we done in our first division, and also the GTs. Which will have 200 MCQs obviously, and whichever mistakes I made from the PYQs, I mark it and highlighted it in the main notes itself next to the particular topic, and also sometimes I will bookmark the questions in the app. Okay, coming to the social media. How can we use social media efficiently? Let's start with WhatsApp. In WhatsApp, first, for a particular subject, we have to create a specific group, which in which only me as a participant. And what can we do in that group? We can share the mistakes that we done, the questions that we have made mistakes in a particular app that can be shared in the group, and also the images that we tend to forget, or the important images that can be uploaded in the group, and the concepts, and also another group containing a custom module codes alone that can also be created, because whenever when we create another new custom module, the existing custom module we have to delete it. So prior to that, we can copy the code and paste it in a WhatsApp group, so that whenever we type this code again, we can access the custom modules multiple times and can review it. And these are the three things. And then coming to the friends group, we used to create a group with my friends, and in that we used to share our questions. Let's see what will happen. In a friends group, we will post a question with our friends which we feel important and volatile, and what may happen is that whether our friends may answer it, and so that we will also remember, our friend will also remember, or our friends cannot answer it correctly, so we will do a healthy discussion, and we'll share our ideas so that both we and our friends will remember it. So this is an example, like one of my friend used to share the question on HIV, mom giving birth to a baby scenario, and in the same scenario, a question was repeated in the recent NEET. And also, we used to share like an important 4 or 5 topics on a particular day, so that at the end of the day, we, in addition to our routine schedule, we can complete these topics also, if possible. And coming to the Instagram, two things can be done. One is to follow the MCQ groups and our faculties in our existing account, so that whenever we receive feeds in addition, we receive feeds in addition to our entertainment and reels, so that we can escape from the reels trap and can get back to our study. And another thing is to create a separate study account, so that you can concentrate on it. And coming to the GTs are not rank predictors. We should take it as an assessment tool to assess the time management, especially for INICET, where we have less than a minute for a question, and to assess the weak subjects and unknown topics. And also, we should take it as a chance to correct our mistakes prior to the exam. And whatever mistake we done, we have to write it in a note, as known as mistakes note, and we have to review the GTs which we took on the same day, like no matter what the time it takes, for 5 to 12 hours, and we have to write the mistakes, and we have to review it again the next day, the next week, and the previous day prior to the next GTs. So how frequent I took the GT is that, look at the timeline. The first GT I took just before the NEET 2024, and the next one before INICET. And then, if you see it, I took it initially 1 GTs per month, and then I gradually get improved to 1 GT every 10 days. And here I took a break, and then if you look at it, yeah, 10 days, and 10 days, 10 to 12 days, and at last I took 1 GT per week. This is how it can improve. So overall, I took some 4, 8, 12, 16, some 20 GTs. Okay, now coming to the revision. By the end of the first reading and solving MCQs and GTs, we know our strong and weak subjects. So our revision has to plan and schedule it accordingly. Now, the source for revision should always be the main notes that we read for the first time, and no other extra sources. And how a revision day should be is that it should contain either a short subject, a long subject, and a question modules, or a weak subject and strong subject, or a second revision subject and a first revision subject. It should be in such a way that you should not feel bored, and you need to gain the pace to complete it. And if you look at this, all the day there has to be question modules, and also it can be a GT day, GT and review day. Okay, now in our schedule there has to be a scavenge day or a break day, or more technically we call it a reserve day, because whenever we plan to study a particular subject, we tend to overestimate our schedule and we will miss some topics. So in order to cover it, there has to be a break day. It is similar to the break day that we done in our first reading. And how a revision should be is that, more than a time-based revision, we should follow a topic-based revision. Whenever we start to read a topic, we will take some time to grasp the concepts of the topic and to get into the zone. And so if we randomly took, like, I will study for some 1 hour and then I will take a 5 minutes break, at the end of 1 hour we may not complete the topic that we desired to be completed, and after those 5 minutes break we will get out of the zone from the topic. So we planned like I will study general pharmacology for 1.5 hours, and then I will take a break. So by the end of let's see another example, like ANS, I planned for 90 minutes, but I took some extra 40 minutes. So I didn't take break on the 90th minute. I took break after completing the ANS, that is on the 130th minute. Like that it should be planned, not only randomly time based, but also you have to complete the topic on the time. Let's see my schedule, for example. Like on day one, I took opthal and microbiology, which is one short subject, one long subject, or one second division subject and one first division subject. This is pages. I will study opthal 10 pages at the morning, and then I will complete parasitology, and I will do the module review. Some main module which I done the previous day, I will review it, the mistakes, and then some PVQ modules on this parasitology which I missed on my first reading, and then some 3 main modules on marrow, and at the night I will do after the another 20 pages. And it should be like this. No, it should not make you feel bored. Like on day 2 it is a GT day and review, and then after another 20 pages and 3 main modules, and next day another 10 pages and 20 pages of Haftal, and 3 main modules, and anatomy some 60 pages, and like that. And the fourth day it will be my break day. So whichever I missed on this day, I missed the GT review, I couldn't complete it, I done on this day, and another after the 20 pages which I left, I done it on the next day. And also the extra important topics that I felt like I thought I could complete the statistics and PSM on day one, which I couldn't, so I added it on my reserve day. And also over a period of time, when we keep on revising, we tend to forget how many times we revised a subject. And so that we can also write all our subjects on a page, and we can put a tick mark when we done our first revision, and another tick on second revision, and so on, so that we can keep a track on our subjects too, so that we won't miss anything. And then coming to the concise note, which is the 20th note, this should be done on our first revision. So why we do the 20th note? Its objective determines what it should contain, because let's see the objective. First thing is to revise the forgetful and important topics as many times as possible. So it should contain the important topics and whichever topics we forget, and it should be revised daily. And next, in our simple and understanding words of a difficult topic that we felt in our main notes, so that when we do our second revision, third revision, instead of main notes, we can look into this. And also, on repetitive revision will help us in integrate with other subjects, and also find our own pattern and mnemonics, so that we will remember it much better. And also, it will become the source for our last push in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Instead of going through all the 19 subject main notes, we can see this one. And two things to be done daily in our preparation. One is to revisit the 20th note, especially the topic which we wrote the previous day, and also have to do our MCQs daily and their mistakes. Okay. Now how it will be is that first we can leave some pages for index in our 20th note, because we don't start our revision like from first year subject onwards. I will do anatomy, physiology, biochemistry in an ordered way. We will do it based on our strong and weak subjects and first division, second division subjects. So it will be in a random, the concepts and topics that we write in this note. So at first we can put an index, and we can enter it regularly on the next day. So index is important. And then the patterns that we can find on revisiting our 20th note frequently. Like for example, this STD kit itself, if you look at closely, the first 3 kits, all the medication will be in stat dose. And also if you look at it, there will be only one injection, rest all will be tablet, so that we won't get confused between cefixime and ceftriaxone, in which cefixime is a tablet and ceftriaxone is an injection. And also all the doxycycline doses will be BD, and also in only in PAD, which is more polymicrobial, there will be 3 medications. If you stuff it, there will be 1 or 2 medications only. These are some minute details that will clear our doubts whenever we see an MCQ. And also for easy understanding, like for example, I wrote prophylaxis of rabies on a page. Like if you look at closely, if the patient is already vaccinated for rabies and he got a bite in less than 3 months, then no vaccine. And after 3 months, 2 boosters. Then if there is no history of bite, as a pre-exposure prophylaxis, 3 doses. Post-exposure Thai regimen, 4 doses. SN, 5 doses. Like that, we can see the pattern 2, 3, 4, 5. And also in all the regimens, we can see a dose on 28th day. There will be a dose. And like this, we can find some patterns and we can go through it easily for easy understanding, and we can revise it fastly too. Okay, now next coming to use of AIs in revision and recall. I used Chat GPT AI, but now there are many AIs like Perplexity or DeepSeek, etc. Okay, first what we have to do is we have to feed about our information to AI. That is, we are doctors and we are preparing for NEET PG, so that it will answer accordingly for a NEET PG aspirant. And before using it, we have to know that AI is will not be 100% accurate in facts, but it will be more of logical reasoning and can clear some little concepts, pathogenesis and mechanism of actions. And also it can provide comparison tables, flowcharts, summarize our own concepts, and it can also create mnemonics at times too. It will be useful. And with this we can create our own pearls. Let's see, for example, I came across the cancer incidence of 2022, the recently modified Globocan, and it consists of two PDFs. In one PDF there is for world most common cancer in the world and among males and female and both sexes, and in other PDF it is of India. So I asked the same information to my AI, and at last I gave a summarized prompt, and it summarized like this. So instead of going through two PDFs and going through all these data, we can just use this one, the summarized version, and like this we can use our AI. And also I use most of the times AI is for the small daily tests and discussion which happened in our daily leaderboards. And let's see, and also during active recall of any revision, during the revision of any subjects when we came across any doubt. Let's see the comparison table of Crohn's versus ulcerative colitis itself. If we ask the AI, it will provide a comparison table. We can go through this, and also the mistakes that we done daily. You can copy those questions and paste it over the AI, and it will provide its own explanation. So it will not be accurate, but you can compare it with the explanation given in the platform, and you can compare it in the summarize both the points, and you can write it in your mistakes note. And another main reason is if I copied and pasted every words of the questions, especially if we wrote a mistake note for a very long time, we cannot keep an index for it. So what I will do is on a particular test, I just go through all the questions, paste it on the AI, and I will change the chat session to the heading of that test and along with the page number. So during my revision, when I thought of the particular question, like somewhere I heard of CGRP antagonist, somewhere I seen the question, and it is there in my mistake note, but I cannot find in what page it will be. So in that case, we can write CGRP antagonist in our AI in the search bar, and it will show the heading of the session in phase 2 day 24 leaderboard at the page 73. It is there. So with that, we can use it as an index too for our mistakes note. Like in page 73, it is there. The CGRP antagonist is there. Like this, it can also be used for test and discussion as well as for summarizing the concepts and during our active recalls. And these are some things that I done with my AI, and you can do much better too, and you can explore more with AI. And if in case to end the controversies in questions, it's better to ask our respective faculties and to refer standard textbooks to come to a conclusion rather than AI. And coming to the last push, that is what can be done in the last 20 days. The thing is, nothing should be done new topics or concepts. Whatever we studied already, we have to go through it. And how is it? Let's see. First is the PVQ modules. We have done the custom module already. There will be a preset PVQ modules in question paper, year-wise questions on a particular subject. It will be there in any platform if you take, and you go through that PVQ preset module, the previous year question paper. It will be there in Marrow at the bottom in the question bank, and just rush it through like some 10 to some 20 modules per day, like that, because you have seen all the questions already. It is just whether you remember it or not, and yeah, only one for the recent memory you have to do it. And also the FMGE past 3-year questions you can go through, not too many, just past 3 years alone is enough, since both of them are conducted by the same conducting body, and there are a few repeats too from FMGE also. There will be repeats, so just once you go through it, not you don't have to memorize like that. Just look into the question once, and then your 20th notebook, it has to be minimum of third revision, which means you should have done 2 revisions of 20th note already. It will be in your daily schedule itself. So at least, because you only during our third or fourth revision we can finish it quicker, and you will remember it better. So yeah, your 20th note you have to revise for at least third revision. and your GT review notes, which is the mistake note. The mistake note, there will be mistakes you done in your GT and also in small tests. The mistake you done in your GT, you should review it compulsory. And in small test, your mistakes, if possible, if the time permits, you can review that too. And your weaker subjects, some 4 or 5 there will be. For me, OG, of the ENT and anatomy are my weaker subjects, and so I will look the main notes of those subjects. And these are the things that I done in my 20 days. Like if you see the August is our NEET exam, so if we see in July, I done some 20, 20, 14, 24 modules. These are the PVQ modules which I just rush it fast. Okay, now coming to the mindset on exam day. So GTs will be tough, but main exams will be easy. So the score will automatically will be better, and please don't worry on the scores on main exam. This I myself encountered this one. For example, even in the, if you look at this graph, even in the grand test, you can see very low percentage, and on mock test it will be high, and also the scores will be better in the mock test. So you should have the mindset of, oh, and look this graph too. Just before the INICET mark, I wrote a GT and got relatively less percentage, and on mock test it is high, and the same happens with NEET too. So this has to be the mindset. Like the exam will be easy, and you should not worry on it. And then attempt as many questions as possible, because high risk gives high reward. This you will learn from your GT, as your guesses and solve skills will improve on successive GTs. So over a period of time, you will attempt many questions, because if let's say for example, there were 5 questions that you attempt on guesses. Even if you get 2 correct, there will be 8 minus 3 plus 5. There will be an increase in 5 marks, rather than leaving all the questions, which will give 0. So try to attempt more than 190 questions. But unfortunately for our pattern, it will be in section, so we cannot take it for granted to leave many questions in a particular section. So we should limit ourselves to leaving like some at a maximum of 3 questions for a section, so that in INICET there will be 4 sections, like some 12 questions at maximum you should leave, and for NEET it will be a maximum of 15. So if you know all the questions, then it's well and good, you can attempt all the questions, and treat all the questions as easy questions, because we never know which question is easy and which question is tough in the exam hall. Only after completing the exam hall and in on discussion, we came to know, oh, there is a twist in this question, there is a twist in that question. So please don't overthink in the exam, and treat all the questions as easy, and commit yourself to 100% of the answer. Follow the keys, no need to overthink. Silly mistakes do happen to everyone. This should be your mindset in the exam. This, I cannot guarantee to say that this will give you many marks on this approach, but it will definitely give you a mental peace once the exams are over. At the end of the day, it's a simple equation, like one question, if correct +4, if wrong -1. And you should take these exams as an opportunity rather than a competition. What I seen in Rakesh Nair sir's video, the INICET recall, that gives better clarity. Because if you look at myself, I haven't expect like I will get a single digit rank like that. What I need is a general medicine seat in a good college. So I was expecting like, okay, if I get within 1000 rank or 500 rank, I will get the medicine seat. That's how you can plan to, and it is not the end. Because let's see, in my last year I got some 6900 rank in my NEET PG 2024. I could have stopped there, but still I dedicated this 1 year for my preparation, and that is what made me here. So if it's not the end, even if we couldn't get in this NEET May, we can go on to INICET November, and the next year May, like that. So please don't think that this is the end, and take adequate food and sleep before and after the exam. That's also important. And these are my major sources for every subjects that I prepared. Yeah, this is not a promotion or a compulsion. I am just grateful for my teachers, and it may be a little useful for you too. And for anatomy, I followed area process and for Dr. Raviradhan sir, and the same person for Marrow too. And physiology, I followed area process Dr. Prem sir for main notes, and PVQ recall, I watched YouTube videos from Dr. Krishna Kumar sir. And biochemistry, I followed area process for main notes Dr. Balasubramanian sir, and Dr. Shanmugapriya ma'am from Unacademy old I saw. Now the ma'am is on a thread ladder, I think. That's especially for storage disorders and molecular genetics and concepts. And microbiology, I followed Preeti Sharma ma'am, and ASM sir for concepts, only concepts. And pharmacology, I followed ADR Princess Dr. Sudhir Prithvi sir, and pathology I followed Bimal sir, and forensic medicine I followed Magendran sir, and ophthalmology I followed Sudha ma'am, Sudha Sitaram ma'am from Media Plexus, and some YouTube videos from Dr. Lee to clear some concepts. And for ENT, I followed Dr. Rajiv Dhawan sir, and SPM I followed Dr. Murugan sir. General medicine I followed Dr. Rajesh Gabba sir for cardiology, endocrine, and Sivaraman sir for CNS and respiratory system, and for hepatology, GAT, nephrology, and LMN part of the CNS system, I followed Marrow. And general surgery, I followed Rohan sir, both ADR and Marrow, same sir. And OG, I followed Dr. Vidya ma'am from ADR Plexus, and also Dr. Shakshi ma'am from Marrow. And pediatrics, I followed ADR Dr. Chandani ma'am. And for dermatology, Malcolm Pinto sir for both. And orthopedics, I followed Dr. Abbas Ali sir. And psychiatry, I followed Dr. Usha ma'am from ADR Plexus. And radiology, I followed Dr. Atul sir from ADR. And anesthesia, Dr. Saren Reddy from ADR. And Q banks, I followed Marrow for main modules and CTs, and ADR daily reader reports. And grant tests, I followed Marrow. And AI, I used ChatGPT and 20 note by myself and yourself for you too. Hope this video will be useful for you, and thank you for watching, and all the very best champs. If I can do it, you can do it, and everyone can do it. And if you like the video, please like it and share it with your friends. If you have any doubts, write down in the comment section. I may try to clear it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day.